Good morning, guys.
Morning.
If you don't know us, I'm Brooklyn.
I'm Andrew.
And this is Kingston. And we live in our converted school bus right here that we're currently remodeling. So we obviously have some super exciting news. If you could not tell by the title, we are no longer a family of 3. Kingston's gonna be a big brother.
Oh!
To an even bigger dog. This is Stitch. Stitch is the newest member of our family. He was an unexpected surprise. We were not planning on getting a dog. We are going to tell you how we got Stitch and also give you the backstory, if you don't already know, about how we got Kingston, because both these dogs were surprises. We'll give you the newest story first and then give you Kingston's story. Stitch was hanging around in a cornfield close to my mother's neighborhood. He would lay in this cornfield probably for about a month. He just laid in this cornfield all day, and then at night he would come up to the neighbors' houses and eat food. So he was just a wild dog, I guess you can say. And we found out about Stitch probably about a week and a half ago. Somebody had posted it on neighborhood page that there was this, they thought it was Nikita. There was Nikita loose in the neighborhood, and Andrew loves dogs.
Yeah, I love dogs. I had St. Bernards and English Mastiffs when I was a kid, and then I've always wanted an Akita. So
when we saw that it was Nikita, we were kind of like, oh, okay, you know, maybe we'll go check the situation out. But the next morning I drove by and he was laying, I found him in the field, and then I got off work that night, you know, an 8-hour, 9-hour shift, and he was still laying in the field, so I thought he was hurt. And we went out there and kind of tried to get him in, but he took off running. And then we realized that he's not very people, you know, he wasn't wanting to come up to us, or
people had been trying for about, 3-4 weeks trying to catch him, but nothing seemed to work out.
And we kind of just gave up on the whole thing. We're like, you know, this is a lot of work. We're not really in the situation to get a dog necessarily, so we're not going to push the topic too hard. And then one of the neighbors finally caught him, and he actually works for a vet's office, I think. And he took him to the vets, got him all assessed and everything. And I had asked, I'm like, so what's your plan with the dog? Is anybody from the neighborhood taking him? And he said that he was going to try to adopt him out. And at that point we were like, okay, maybe we should kind of look into getting him.
Yeah.
And here he is.
Yep.
We went last Wednesday, we went and met him. Kingston met him. And honestly, at first, he actually growled at Kingston and kind of was a little bit standoffish. But we were gonna try it out, and we took him in, and him and Kingston get along very well. He's always kind of timid to humans and dogs at first. He honestly growls, I think, at almost all dogs at first, but it's like within the first 5 minutes, he's completely fine with them.
No, he's really good. He likes to be by himself a lot. He doesn't need much control. We don't have to. We've been going on walks. She runs a little bit, and he's been running with her and walking. He doesn't really pull the leash much, every once in a while, but he's still a puppy, so.
He's a hunting dog, so
yeah.
The minute he gets like a scent of like a cat or a squirrel on our runs, he'll just like take off. But he doesn't pull a bunch. He'll stop once he feels the leash and kind of just be like, okay, fine, never mind. Not gonna lie, he's not always the best workout partner. Come on, buddy. Oh, now he wants to go. He wouldn't run earlier.
But he seems to really like it here, which is good.
Before we completely dedicate ourselves to this dog, we did a little bit of research. We did discover that he is we think a Shiba Inu. And what we found online is that they're very hard dogs to train because they are super smart And we also found that they, like he said, they are pretty independent. They don't really need like a lot of they don't really need a lot of attention. They do like to run and they need a lot of physical activity. So far, he has listened to the command no very, very, very well. No. Leave the shoe alone, buddy. It's not a toy. Well, he is kind of a chewer. We'll find him with a shoe in his mouth. He'll grab paperwork off the counter. We bought a whole box of toys. And he'll like run and grab a shoe and then we'll give him a toy and he'll like not take the toy. So he is a chewer, but the minute we say no, he just drops it.
He's also a puppy too, so that could also play into that.
Oh, the whole can of peanut butter spray. We have tried to kind of take him off the leash to see if he would stay around. It is a little bit early in the game to be completely taking off the leash because of course he is still a little bit of a wild dog. I mean, he was self-sustaining for a month. And so we're kind of worried that at any point he might be like, okay, bye, like back to the field. I was fine then, I got a bunch of free food. And we thought maybe this was like a low-key thing that this dog was in the field because we had asked other neighbors if they've seen him and everyone was like, no, what dog, what dog? But then come to find out, everyone in the neighborhood is feeding him. My brother, who lives 3 doors down, had been feeding him T-bone steaks at night. I'm like, what? We went out there and thought we were the only ones trying to catch him, but apparently the whole neighborhood was. At first, when we told my brother, he was like, has anybody not told you this is a horrible idea? You live in a school bus. Which, obviously you might worry about room, but we're not the least bit worried about it.
I think we have it all figured out. We know where he's going. We got him a cage, so that's what we're gonna try to do, kind of similar to the way Kingston is it's his space. We got him a blanket so he knows that that's his space. We're trying to get him used to it, but
yeah,
it takes time. We'll get to it.
And with Kingston, I mean, obviously Kingston's a much smaller dog, but we have his cage set up, he has his food bowls, everything, and most of the time we're outside. You know, I mean, in winter we do spend more time in the bus, but you know, we go for walks, we're in parks. I mean, the campground that we camp out a lot, the first campground we were at, that's in the middle of Fort Wayne, there's a dog park right there, and we never got to utilize it with Kingston because Kingston's not a huge playful dog, but we're really excited to be able to take him to dog parks and walks, and we're always traveling in parks. I think that he'll be a very good fit for us. Also, I don't work every day of the week. Currently, I am still in school and I work 2 jobs, both part-time, that are flexible. So I'm home probably like 2 days a week, and then I work weekends sometimes. She's off on the weekends.
Yeah.
But we are looking at the options of maybe like a doggy daycare thing for the days that I do work, or having somebody come walk them. There's just lots of options, and we're super flexible, and we have the time and the financials for another dog, so we're really excited.
Yeah, it's been really nice having another dog.
And of course, you know, as Andrew said, he's always had big dogs, and Kingston wasn't really cutting it for his animal needs.
Yeah, and Kingston came before me, so as Brooklyn likes to say quite often, he doesn't really listen to me because he came before me, so he doesn't have to.
Kingston and the bus came before.
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to the story about Kingston. If you know us or you follow our channel, you have seen Kingston around. This is Mr. Kingston. He's a Pomeranian. And we also got him from this neighborhood. He would run around the neighborhood all day, all night. According to the neighbors, the owners would just open the back door and then shut it, and Kingston would be at the back door wanting to come in, like middle of winter and stuff, and he just wasn't very well taken care of. I mean, not that he was abused or anything, I just think that the owners didn't really have a bunch of time for him, and he spent a lot of his time running around. And he's like, okay, I'm ready to go. He spent a lot of his time running around, and he's only 5 pounds, so for a little Pomeranian 5-pound dog be running around. It's super dangerous. And a lot of the neighbors were very concerned. They were posting on our neighborhood page about this Pomeranian constantly being loose. And come to find out, this dog was actually one of our renters' dogs. So my mother has a few rental houses in the neighborhood, and she has a no animal policy. And they had him, which they weren't supposed to have dogs. They actually had apparently other dogs and cats, come to find out. But anyways, we took him in. We were gonna keep him until the renters came and got him, but they never really came and got him. And at this point, my mom and I were both having to go to work and stuff, so I took Kingston to work, and he was very well behaved. I mean, he knew all the commands. He knew no, he knew stay. He didn't pee inside. If he had to go potty, he would sit by the front door of the office. He was just very well mannered. And maybe like a week later, the guy's girlfriend came and was like, hey, I'll take my dog back now. And I was kind of like, we've had him for a week. Like, he's been out loose for 2 months randomly. He runs in the road, there's cars. It was all kind of weird. And so she ended up saying, just keep him. And she's like, I'll get the paperwork to you and all this stuff. And so that's how I got Kingston. And he is an awesome, awesome, awesome dog. For a little dog, most little dogs are kind of yappy and needy, but Kingston is just not like that. He is chill. He doesn't bark. He might kind of, when we play with him, he'll growl a little bit. But he is just an awesome, awesome dog, and I was very, very blessed to come upon him. And we feel the same way about getting, Andrew took Stitch for a walk, but we feel the same way about getting Stitch. I mean, we never pushed the topic. We never really went out there and searched for a dog. They just kind of both came to us, which is weird, but they're both awesome, awesome dogs. So that is how we have two dogs.
And their stories of how we got them.
Yeah, we're super excited for all the adventures we're going to have with our 4th member of our family. And I think that Kingston is going to enjoy having somebody else around in the daytime.
Yeah, I think you will too. It'll be really nice.
That is all. Thank you for watching our announcement. I hope you enjoyed, and you'll be seeing more of our little furry
both
fellas.
of them now.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.